So the long-awaited Death Star Sabotage live event just happened. And oh my days, it was the best event they have done within the last 3 years, ever since Collision. Like, it was better than Fracture, it was better than the Big Bang, and in my opinion, it was even better than the Remix Finale live event. Because this live event was honestly so well done, and it was peak, epic cooked real hard. But in this video, I'm gonna be explaining what happened in this Death Star Sabotage live event, and its effects towards the future of Fortnite Chapter 6. So please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And why not join my Fortnite Discord server? The link is down in the description below. Either way, let's jump right into the video. Now, when loading into the live event playlist, we were of course sent right to the pre-event, where we actually spawned in either a TIE Fighter or an X-Wing in space, surrounded by a ton of rocks, and we could destroy these rocks. But if you are in an X-Wing, then you must work together to take down the Star Destroyer. And if you were put into a TIE Fighter, then you must defend the Star Destroyer. And we did this for about 2 hours, until the actual Death Star Sabotage live event began. Fortnite Galactic Battle Death Star Sabotage then appeared on the screen. An unlikely band of heroes posing as TIE Fighter pilots and their captured X-Wing counterparts have a plan to infiltrate the Death Star. Only if they can disable the battle station's critical defense systems can the final attack run begin. But the mission will not be easy, so they're beginning this live event like as they would begin any Star Wars movie. But yeah, we fly into the Death Star with a TIE Fighter, and when landed you can choose to become a disguised stormtrooper or a disguised prisoner. And the stormtrooper must lead the handcuffed prisoner as of course a disguise. It's so we can blend in with all of the other stormtroopers on the Death Star. But yeah, whilst picking our disguises, Hope and Jones talk to us. So they are back with voice lines. But yeah, we just walk through the halls of the Death Star as a stormtrooper leading the handcuffed prisoner. It's quite funny actually. But yeah, that's when Hope tells us to destroy these generators emitting blue light, and this is where the true mission of Death Star Sabotage begins. Doing this clearly weakens a lot of power inside of the Death Star. After that, we then return to our disguises and run through the halls again. By the way, on the outside of all of this, the Galactic Empire are currently trying to fire at everybody on the island, so there's a little war going on, as the X-Wings in the air ain't letting this happen, so I guess you could say it's a galactic battle. Back to inside of the Death Star, we then end up reuniting with Hope, who then takes off her helmet. And so right now we can lay a bit low with the disguises. Also, one thing we forgot to mention is that this live event, well more specifically the pre-event, revealed that the Chapter 6 reality is built the exact same way as Reality Zero with a flip side, which is really interesting, and I honestly didn't see this coming. But yeah, expect the Fortnite Chapter 7 map to be right underneath. Now we follow Hope across this bridge, and that's where we see Jones right underneath with Fish Stick and a bunch load of loot, as the Galactic Empire have been looting the island all along. But yeah, Fish Stick being himself finds a rift to go and uses it in space. What a clever fish. We then follow Hope and gather some weapons, as we need to be armed at this point. But yeah, with these guns, we then destroy the power generators for the Death Star's guns. In the meantime, Jones catches up with us, and that's when we lose our disguises. Jones then locates the main control panels, and that's when he plays around with them. And with most factors of the Death Star now sabotaged, we are ready for our full attack. Until we are then confronted by normal stormtroopers, who Jones just eliminates. However, this causes the alarm to go off. We have now been detected as intruders in the Death Star. So that is when we follow Hope and run for our life, damaging stormtroopers on the way, and oh my god, these guns were so weak. week. But yeah, we continue running and just running through the sabotaged Death Star, killing stormtroopers, and that is when we come to an incomplete bridge, which Jones fixes, and we continue running with the gang. This is when we come to a really dead end. We are almost fully surrounded. And then this happens.
Yo, what the hell?
Oh.
What the hell? No! What?
Just broke all of my bones.
We're all down. Back up. Hope, get up. Jones, I mean. Where's Hope?
Hope, where are you?
Up here. I can't get back to you.
Crap.
Don't worry about us. Save yourself.
Just jump down. You can get here.
Hope? Hope?
She said get to the
Why isn't she
Oh, yeah, because that would make sense, yeah.
So Jones is having a reasonable crash out here. Hope is lost. But we must continue with Jones. Good news though, on the outside of everything, Blue Leader, who is like in charge of the attack against the Empire and the TIE Fighters, he speaks to us sometimes during the event, has a whole load of X-Wings surrounding the Death Star, all ready to blast, as due to all of our sabotages, the Death Star is very weak right now. Back to the Death Star though, we follow Jones into this very ominous red room. And that's when a familiar face appears.
Of that?
I was right.
Transpired has done so according to my design.
Uh-oh. It's Emperor Palpatine!
Oh my god.
The final word in the story of rebellion.
Oh!
And this is our main boss fight with Emperor Palpatine, the main villain of Fortnite Galactic Battle, using his lightsaber to deflect our bullets, and then using the Force to then chuck objects at us. The most brutal part is when he used his electricity powers on us, which really damaged us. That's until Hope found her way back to us, and she was holding a Rift to Go, and she throws it at the electricity, creating a giant reaction. And this Rift to Go sucks us back to Oninoshima, which is the Chapter 6 island, and this is the scene where we stare at the Death Star's laser charging up and ready to strike the island. However, due to all of our sabotages and Blue Leader ready to strike, this then happened.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Drastically affect fishing
Oh no.
season.
Yo! Yo!
We did it.
Great job, team.
And it just disappears. There's no like
Exploded.
There's, like, not much wreckage or anything. It just disappeared. There's like barely any wreckage.
Exploded. Yo, what the hell?
What the signal?
One landed on the portal. Oh my god! Oh
no.
my! Oh.
Well, calm down, mate.
Yo.
I'm dead. What?
Yo.
Why didn't he help? Lazy guy. No, he died out there. That's a reference.
And that is how the Death Star Sabotage live event ended, with us completely sabotaging it and causing it to blow up whilst the main base of the Death Star rifted away. However, some parts of the Death Star came in like meteors, all striking places across the island. One of them even striking the Spirit Realm portal at Crime City. Which then brings us into the storyline of Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 3, which is named Super, and Demon Daigo is now the main villain.
Y'all, they see him now, right? A member of the Seven, but it hasn't been easy. Let me tell you his progression. King of the cubes. He had all the power, but y'all, he didn't realize the cubes devour. He walked away, but it was no use. The I.O. had him cornered, so he suffered abuse. They had him locked down. My crown. They put him under pressure, but he said, I ain't down. 1,000 words will fall, but this is the last. He's doing all he can to make it part of his past. Always coming for you, see how it ends. The order's going down, he got billion friends.
Stop this war. Stop this war. It's the end of reality.
The beginning of the end was...
That was the Death Star Sabotage live event, everyone. Fortnite Galactic Battle is now over. And Chapter 6, Season 3 begins in just a few hours. So keep up with my socials, I will be explaining its storyline along the way.